Greetings, friends. It's an extremely high honor to welcome you to Rick's Garage. What you see before you is a 2006 Nissan Altima. It's a car I bought for my son when he was in high school, and he used it all through high school and to commute back and forth to college. Well, now he's working, and he bought his own car. He bought a nice Mazda, and he gave this car back to me. Well, I didn't know what to do with it, and because of the multi-car discount, it only cost about 40 bucks a month to keep it on the road. So we decided to keep it as an extra car. So I don't drive it all that often. Matter of fact, quite a few different people drive it. I took it out the other day, and I felt some kind of shaking or wobbling going on, like either a wheel is out of balance or a wheel is running out. So I'm gonna see what's going on with that. I don't want to have to remove all four wheels and put it on my balancer. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do. So I've got this nice little suction cup device. I sent away for it some time ago and I never used it. So I am going to attach it to the body of the car and focus it on all four wheels, one at a time. See if I can detect which one of the wheels is wobbling. Friends, I know in the comments section, some of you may ask me where I got that camera suction mount. I don't remember where I ordered it, and I don't remember what I paid for it. But I had it in a drawer. I never even opened it. And so a result of that is I've still got the package that it came in. So it's called Sublime War. It's an action camera suction cup mount. So I'm sure you can probably find it online if it's still available. But it's a pretty handy tool. I'm surprised I haven't used it before now. All right, friends, I'm going to take an alcohol pad. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I'm a diabetic. And so I have lots of these on hand. And I'm going to clean the area where I'm going to stick this thing with an alcohol pad. All right. Another thing I'm going to do here, friends, I'm not going to take a chance on losing my camera. So I'm going to take a piece of twine and tie it around this device, so if it comes unstuck while I'm driving, at least I won't lose my camera. There. So the camera might dangle around a little bit, but at least I'm not going to lose it. So I'm going to stick that where I just cleaned. Feels like it's on there pretty good. And now I'm going to attach the camera. Actually, I need to angle it a little bit. I'm going to release it. Put it more like that. Alright, that's on there pretty good. Alright, I'm going to shut off the camera and attach it. And I'll take a picture of it with my phone so you'll see how it looks. So friends, this is a photo off of my phone. This is what the setup wound up looking like. So we're ready to give it a try. Friends, I've completed videotaping all four wheels. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to show you this wheel, which was running nice and true. And then I'm going to show you the wheel in the back that was running out. So friends, this is the tire that was running out. It was the back passenger side. I had to zoom in on it, and I put a little X up against the seam of the tire so you could see much better how badly it was wobbling. So friends, this is the culprit. This is the tire that's running out, causing all the wobbling and shaking as you're driving. I don't have time to fool around with it today. In the days to come, I'm going to pull the wheel, put it on my computerized wheel balancer, and then if necessary, I'll dismount the tire and put the bare rim on the wheel balancer to see whether it's the tire that's running out or the rim or both. Through the magic of video, it'll only be a few seconds for you, but for me it'll be a day or so before I have time to fool around with this wheel. So I'll come back when I'm ready to put it on my computerized wheel balancer. Well friends, as promised, I'm going to find out what's going on with this rear wheel. It's actually the next day. I decided I better look at it sooner than later. As you recall, there's an extra car in the family and a lot of different people use it. So I want to make sure it's safe to drive. So I'm going to go ahead and jack this wheel up off the ground. Alright, the first thing I want to do is make sure there's no other reason other than the rim or the tire causing the problem. So I want to make sure the bearing is tight. Nothing going on there. The lug nuts seem to be tight. Friends, off camera I removed the tire from the car and I mounted it on my computerized wheel balancer. I didn't need to waste your time with that. So we're ready to give it a spin and see what's going on. Friends, the rim is indeed bent. Now if I put this little bar here, see how it's nicking it? You can hear it, and hopefully you can see it. So the rim is indeed bent. It's not terrible, but it is bent. So friends, if I can find another rim, I may have one on hand, I'll dismount this tire and swap it out. If I can't, then I'll put it back on the car. It's not terrible, it's in the back, and I'll order a rim and we can still use the car until the rim comes in. Friends, this is the new rim I just ordered from Amazon. It's a Dorman, it's a brand new rim, it's only $85. If I were to go to my local salvage yard tomorrow, they charge me $75 for this rim. Now, I don't buy rims anymore from my local junkyards because these modern steel rims are very, very thin and it doesn't take much to bend them, and most of the vehicles in the junkyard have been in an accident. The last two rims I purchased from the junkyard, both were bent and I had to return them. Rims. I've had a problem getting reconditioned rims. They do a beautiful job cleaning them up and painting them, but they get them from their local salvage yards and they don't check them for run out. And I ordered a reconditioned rim that I had to return because it was horribly bent. You'd think with the amount of time they spend refurbishing them, they would at least check them for run out. So I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm only going to buy brand new rims, even though they're a little bit more money. So this is what I've ordered. It'll be in a few days. I'm not going to come back and show the mounting of the new rim You don't need to see that. I've got videos showing how to use my tire machine and wheel balancer. I will link them at the end of this video. So that's all I've got, friends. I want to thank you once again for watching Rick's Garage. Before I go, I will post 2 videos to your left. As I just said, one will be a video on mounting and balancing a tire. The other will be something else I hope you find of interest. And to your right, as always, will be a picture of my avatar in the form of my very trusty German Shepherd. By all means, feel free to click on that should you wish to subscribe to my channel. So I want to thank you once again for watching. I hope to see you all very, very soon.